I was born into something I didn't earn. A crown. Not the physical one, not yet. But everyone knew it would be mine. I didn't have to fight for it. Didn't have to prove myself. I was Saul's son. That was enough. Then David walked in. No announcement. No royal blood. No title. Just a boy who had just killed a giant. Everyone else saw a hero. But me. I saw something I couldn't explain. Peace. It didn't make sense. I should have felt threatened. That's what anyone in my position would feel. But I didn't. Instead, I felt connected to him, like I had known him long before that moment. We talked, not as prince and servant, just two people. And for the first time in my life, I didn't feel like the king's son. I just felt like myself. You know that feeling? When you meet someone, and there's no pressure, no pretending. You don't have to perform, impress, or protect your image. That was David. But real life doesn't stay simple. It never does. The song started. Saul has slain his thousands, and David his tens of thousands. At first, it sounded harmless, until I saw my father's face. That smile he used to have, gone, replaced with something darker. Jealousy. And I felt it too. Just for a second. That quiet thought. This was supposed to be mine. The praise. The honor. The future. Let's be honest. It's hard watching someone else become everything you thought you were going to be. Hard watching doors open for them, while yours stay closed. Hard clapping for someone, when deep down, you feel replaced. I had two choices. Hold on tighter to what I thought was mine, or recognize what God was doing, even if it hurt me. So I made a decision. One that didn't make sense to anyone else. I took off my robe, the one that said next king. I remember holding it for a moment, thinking, if I give this away, I'm letting go of my future. Then I looked at David, and I knew. This wasn't loss. This was alignment. So I gave it to him. My robe, my sword, my bow, everything. Not because I was forced to, but because I chose to. People think surrender is weakness. It's not. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. My father didn't understand. How could he? To him, David was a threat. To me, he was purpose in motion. Then it got worse. The same man who raised me started trying to kill my best friend, over and over again. And I was stuck in the middle. Be loyal to my father, or be loyal to what I knew was right. Do you know what it feels like? To be torn between family and truth? It's not easy. It's not clean. It hurts. I tried to reason with him. David has done nothing wrong, I said. But anger doesn't listen. Jealousy doesn't reason. One day, he threw a spear. Not at David. At me. But he threw it at David twice anyways. That was the moment everything became clear. This wasn't just about David anymore. This was about standing for what's right, even when it costs you everything. We knew David had to leave. There was no other way. So we made a plan. An arrow. A field. A silent message. I shot the arrow farther than usual. My hand didn't shake, but my heart did, because that arrow carried a message I didn't want to send. You can't come back. He came to me after. No words at first. Just silence. Then, tears. We weren't soldiers in that moment. We weren't strong. We were just human. Two friends realizing life was pulling them in different directions. I held him, and I said the only thing I could. Go in peace. What I didn't say was this. You're walking into the future I let go of. And here's the truth. I wasn't bitter. I wasn't angry. I was at peace. Because not every loss is a loss. Some things leave your hands, because they were never meant to stay there. If you've ever felt replaced, overlooked, or like life chose someone else over you, listen to me. It doesn't mean you lost. It might mean you recognized something bigger than yourself. I had a crown within reach, and I let it go. Not because I had nothing to lose, but because I finally understood. Some friendships are worth more than a throne. Please don't forget to tell us in the comments section which Bible character you'll love to hear next.